Protection has been added for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Broderick Jones, the very talented young offensive tackle from the University of Georgia, is the pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here to help us react to that pick, Mark Bergin of the Bleav in Steelers podcast. Mark, it's a nice ad here for the offensive line. Look, the way we said this with Joey Christopoulos, that you can't go wrong adding an offensive lineman for a young quarterback. I know you guys got to be juiced up and excited that this is who you got.
I am so pumped because Kenny Pickett gets a certified bodyguard protecting his blind side. And now you have to figure out, do you want to move Dan Moore Jr. over to the right tackle position? He could compete for the starting right tackle spot with Chukwuma Okorafor. Joe, this is the first Steelers offensive lineman picked in the first or second round of an NFL draft since 2012 when the team took David DeCastro. I am very, very excited about this pick because it helps Kenny Pickett get going. It also helps Najee Harris in the running game as well.
Joe, I mean, probably of the night, we kept seeing best available and teams not feeling a need. This was a need and best available at the same time. So I think it's a massive pickup for them. Look, again, another one of these Georgia guys we're going to continue to talk about in reference to the dominance that they had up front. You saw what he did to LSU. You saw what he did to others. Just a massive, massive pickup for me. And look, when you add that protection, especially a guy, again, Joe, I think some of these tackles can play in the interior. I think he's an instant starter at both. So I think it's a massive pickup, and I think Mark's right.
Mark, do you agree with the decision to trade up? Do you think this was the right move, or maybe they could have missed out? Do you think it was worth them making that move up to 14?
It's an investment in Kenny Pickett, and look what all the best teams are doing to set their quarterbacks up for success. We saw it with Joe Burrow ahead of last season. The year before that, we saw it with Patrick Mahomes. It's protecting your investment, and that's what the Steelers did here. They had to upgrade the offensive line because they have some talent at the skill position players, and like they just traded for Allen Robinson. Everyone else is young. Deontay Johnson's the elder statesman, and he's only going to be 27 years old this year. So it's an investment. And to say, hey, we got a guy who started 15 games at the left tackle position for back-to-back national champion Georgia, who have had so many players in the past two drafts now selected as first rounders. He's used to going up against the best of the best every day in practice. And I expect him to bring that to the 412, the city of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, my final thoughts on this. I love the pick. You got to make that move. You got to protect your young guy. We've seen too many young quarterbacks get killed. And look, Broderick Jones might have one of the higher ceilings amongst these tackles. Great base. He plays with great footwork. Needs to add a little bit of bulk to his upper body, but this pick is going to be an awesome investment for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Folks, make sure you go check out Bleav in Steelers with Ike Taylor and Mark Bergin on YouTube, on their YouTube channel, on the Bleav YouTube channel, as well as anywhere you can find your podcast. Mark, we appreciate it, and we'll see what happens for the rest of these Steelers picks.
Fellas, happy draft day. Good to see you. Enjoy the rest of the night and the rest of the weekend. Thanks for having me.
You too, man.